Um, and just like that, and just like that, the season is over. The Cowboys fell Saturday night in the divisional round to the Los Angeles Rams, um, 30-22, um, putting them out the playoffs and ending their 2018 season. Um, there's a lot to unpack from that game, and I just want to say, the Bears and the Eagles, beat the Rams this season, and we beat New Orleans this season. But from beginning to end, as far as consistency, um, those have been the two um, best teams definitely in the NFC. Um, along with the Bears, they like a level or two below those teams, even though the Bears beat the Rams. So those two teams on the NFC side, they've been about the best two teams in NFC and NFL the whole season. So you're still upset as a Cowboys fan because you want to win, and as much as the defense and offensive lines got dominated in the trenches, dominated because you gave up 273 rushing yards. Pass blocking was pretty good, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Pass blocking was pretty good, but Zeke 47 yards, couldn't run the ball. So let's unpack this disappointing loss. Um, I just took random notes, not in no particular order. So in the first half, at around the 6 minute mark, going to halftime, that was some big swings right there in that period. Um, it was a third down. I think it was like 3rd and 7, something like that. Dak missed Cooper on this pass. That if he hit him, he turned that corner, and it'd have been a long way down the field before somebody came in contact with him. And on that particular play, it was um, he even had enough room to run for the first down. If he didn't throw it, but he missed on that pass. And then also within that 6 minute mark, going to the half, he missed Gallup. A lot of missed throws. I mean, you look at 20 for 32. Some of those 12 misses were big misses. He missed Gallup also before the half in that 6 minute stretch I'm talking about. And he had uh, running lanes. Also, it would have been a lot of yards after the catch if he could make these two throws. And at that time, it was um, 13-7. So you still in this, and then it'd be some. kind of on the BS side calls being called against the Cowboys. This defensive pass interference on Byron Jones that would got us off the field um, at that particular time. And I think that's the same possession that Gurley hit, hit us for that long touchdown run. So we could have been off the field right there with enough opportunity to tie or take the lead with the extra point. But this defensive pass interference led to a touchdown because we didn't get them off the field. So those three crucial events, they happened within the under that 6 minute window that I was talking about. 6 minutes left in the first half. All right, I got some more notes here. All right, I wrote on here that there's not nothing new that I haven't said before all season. Um, we don't exploit matchups. That's all in the coaching and the philosophy. We don't exploit matchups. I mean, Talib was out of the game and didn't take no shots at the replacement guy. And that's 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 been how it is under Garrett. So I mean, there's no need complaining about that. I mean, they can have injuries to the point where you got safeties, a safety, or fullback playing wide receiver. They're not going to specifically target that man. They still got the we're going to do what we do mentality. And you see what I get you. 4th and 1. Couldn't get a 4th and 1. Couldn't get a crucial 4th and 1. Okay. And on one of them 4th and 1s, when I say something about matchups, but I'm getting to that. Hold on. Matchups. Basically, what they did, our pass blocking was pretty good. They sold out to stop the run. I guess it ain't nothing you can do about that. I guess it's not nothing you can do about that. They sold out to stop the run. They they sold out to stop the run. But this is the major issue that really get me, and I know it get the fans. We gotta find a way to win these games or compete in these games away from what the strengths are. So running is supposed to be the strength. The strength. You can't run. So sometimes you're gonna have to do something else if you can't run. You have to win away from what your strengths are. You have to win away from what your strengths are. So we are a run team, and that set up the play action in the pass. If you can't run, then sometimes you have to be versatile like that to pass that ball, kill them on the passing game, and come back and let that set up your run. That's all about um that's all about philosophy. That's coaching. To went out the game. He's their best corner. You know, he has lost a step or two, but he still is their best corner. Um, he a technician. He's a very good corner. That other cornerback over there, he get he got elevated, so to speak, because of his raw interception numbers. Since his career, I think he got like almost like the most interceptions or tied amongst the most interceptions since he came in the league. But as a corner, you see what the Saints did to him. You see what everybody done to him. That dude is undisciplined and unfocused. So when I say win away from your strength, it wasn't no. And you're looking at the type of game that Gallup ended up having. You traded a number one draft pick for Cooper. This guy's a dog. If this offense continue to perform in this way, you have a problem with him. You're gonna have a problem with him. He's not a diva. He ain't running around bitching and stuff yet, but he want that ball. You gonna have problems with him if this offense continue to perform like this. Dak ended up with 256 some yards. This is why you played the last week of the season. This game right here. This game would have been perfect for what you did against the Giants in the last game of the season. The pass blocking was there. It was there. Couldn't run a lick, but the pass blocking was there. You should have that offense realizing what the situation was, and you never want to totally abandon the run. You want to keep them guessing. But like I'm saying, you passing to set up the run, and they would I think passing after a certain point when you see that the running wasn't happening, then you had defensive back injuries, and then an undisciplined corner on the other end. They should have passed to open up the run, and they would have had more success. I mean, because after getting dominated, basically in the trenches, it still ended up a one possession game at the end. I mean, the quarterback, he tried to give matter of fact, last week he tried to give Seattle a gift, a pick six gift. They didn't want it. Now this week he tried to give the Rams a pick six gift. They didn't want it. So after not taking the gift and getting dominated all game, it still was a one possession game. So it's disappointing because Rams, credit to them, credit to them. It's a lot more to this than what I'm saying, but credit to them. They out physical you, outplayed you, definitely outcoached you, the team. So I mean, kudos. I mean, you got to give props to them. And like I said, when I looked at film, I was like, wow. On that 4th and 1, that Zeke didn't get on our right side and their left side. You know who was responsible for contain on that side? On that 4th and 1? Peterson. If that would have stuck that ball in there and pulled it out, he could have walked around that right side. That dude, I'm telling you, that dude is undisciplined, unfocused player. That was wide open, but Z got stacked up. Then I think they scored again to pretty much put it away after that. So after getting dominated and physical, not being able to run, not being able to stop the run, it still was a one possession game at the end. So that so what I have here, referee wasn't perfect by no means. It it seemed like in these playoff games, the last couple of times we've been there, it's like they come up and create some calls just against the Cowboys. Remember against the Green Bay Packers, it was the huddle call that they never call, like 12-minute huddle or something. They called it on Bryce Butler. Calling Dak down, that was I never seen nothing like that before. Clearly he ran into his own man and he was busting loose out of there. And they called that and then I mean, this is a small call because the way they was running it down your throat. Well, no, I'll take that back. On Taco Charlton on one of them touchdowns, on the last touchdown, and he got mugged. They did not call it. So that'd have been 10 yards back. So who knows? Who knows? Because although the defense got dominated, they scored 3 touchdowns and 3 field goals. So defense got dominated in the trenches and pushed around and everything like that. But still, they made them settle 3 separate times for field goals. So this is one of them games that's viewed that defense got beat up, but they need the offense to be explosive to get one of those 36-point performances like they did against the Giants or 40, and they just couldn't get it done. And then when they was trying to milk the clock, this was a poor play by the safety Jeff Heath. Poor play, poor, very poor. It took that quarterback forever to get around that quarter and run the ball. Sean Lee was in the game, getting blocked, pushed around. You can see when this guy is 1, 2 yards uh, uh, beyond the line of scrimmage and can't throw the ball no more. But Sean Lee couldn't even get off the block and go up and challenge him on. I think it was 3rd and 10. They got 11 yards or something like that. Then Heath, that was his man. That was his contain. He looking, he looking. If he went for the fake and he was already committed, that just meant that he was in there trying to make a play and got fooled. But he wasn't in there. He wasn't being blocked. That was his man. He's staring in the backfield. The quarterback coming out there in slow motion. He's still looking in the backfield. first down. And then that was the play right there. Then they was able to get enough first down, run out the clock. So that was a poor play on Heath and Sean Lee, not even challenging this quarterback that held the ball and ran for a first down. That was a poor play. So it was just, it's not what we was used to sum all that up. That's not what we used to seeing from our defense. But they held them to field goals. And this just need to be a time like a duel, like like when you're high scoring games. Offense is like the defense, even though they got bullied on the line. I mean, it's really like the Rams looked at the Colts offensive plan and just came on and linemen on the linebackers. Linebackers not making no plays, but they did enough to not get blown out. And that offense should be able to score 30 points, 30 or more points when needed. If your formula not working, if the defense ain't doing so good, the offense need to be able to score 30 or more points. And they pretty much been the Achilles heel all year. The offense pretty much been the Achilles heel all year. So that's it. Season over. So now let me go into this real quick. I read this article on the Ringer. You can Google the Ringer and put the Cowboys in there, and it came up this article. Tipping. It's not cheating. The Rams done some studying on the Cowboys defense. Basically, they say they knew what the Cowboys defense was going to do before the ball was snapped. That's what the Rams, a person, offensive lineman, in this article said. They knew the Cowboys were going to do before the ball was snapped because of the things that they was doing. They call it tipping. I mean, they was tipping the Rams off, and they just know what they just knew what they was doing, so they knew how to block it up. So that's how you get yourself um 273 yards. They knew what they was doing. Now we know that happened towards the offense. I always say that too. The offense. Teams know what's coming. I never knew it happened towards the defense. So if that's something new happening, what are we gonna do about it? Old philosophies of the coach. So what they know? We gotta out execute it. Good luck with that all the time. Because they know what you're doing and they got the personnel to stop it or block it up, then it's not going to work. So this was a interesting article I read after the fact. So I questioned real time far as the coaching staff, should they have known this? I mean, should they have known this? I mean, because they had about 160. They had like 160 at halftime. So did you? Was this suspicious that they was blocking everything up perfect, or you accuse your team of not being there, but they was there, but it was a masterful scheme plotted against them that they couldn't do nothing about it. See, as coaches, they have to realize that type of stuff and figure it out, and then make adjustments. I mean, I don't know what type of adjustments you can make on the defensive line if they know the way you shift. That's tipping them off what to do. I don't. I mean, I don't know what what you can do about that. It seems like something should have been done real time. I mean, after you went in halftime and they had already had over 150 yards rushing, it seemed like some type of adjustment should have been made. I'd blitz on every damn play. But anyway, so that was interesting that came out. What else before I wrap this thing up? Jerry Jones. I'm gonna get to him. I could have came on here Monday, but I was just waiting to see was anything gonna happen on the coaching front. Now, I'm not a Garrett guy. I'm not a Jason Garrett guy. But it don't matter what I think or the fans think. It's about what JJ think. He won a playoff game, won the division, won 10 games. So he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. So you could expect that he's gonna be there. But then when you read the ink on the bottom of the TV saying that um, Jason Garrett said that Scott Linehan will be back in 2019. I know fans are upset. They like ho 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 ho. This can't be true. It's been too many times this season that the offense was the story. The offensive coaching, the coaching offensively was the story. It's been too many times. So I'm trying to figure out how he get a vote of confidence and he's coming back. And then I look around and I see other stuff. First of all, bottom third in the NFL. Dallas Cowboy offense is the 22nd ranked offense in NFL. And that's acceptable for them. That's acceptable enough for them to say, give him a vote of confidence and say that he's coming back next year. The owner had to say too many times in the season, run Dak. I want Dak running. And it didn't happen. And he get to come back. That I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I do understand it though. I do understand it. The 22nd ranked offense in NFL, and he keeps his job. But if you look in Indianapolis, they had the number one rated offensive line this season. Andrew Luck was the least sacked quarterback in the NFL, and their offensive line coach Dave I can't like Dave. I'm just gonna call him Dave. Look it up yourself. Their offensive line coach was fired. So he's a position coach. Had the best offensive line in the league, the least sacked quarterback in NFL. He got fired. We got the 22nd ranked offense in the NFL, and our coach coordinator, he's good. He's good. This can't be the end of that. This can't be the end of that. I'm hoping that somewhere the owner JJ going going. I mean he Bob McNair, was it Steve McNair, Bob McNair, the owner right down the road in Houston. When he passed away, he said I made him think. Jerry Jones said I made him think and feel a more urgency to try to win again. That I mean, that's what your mouth say. That's what his mouth say. Is he gonna continue this culture of nepotism? And that's what it is. Is he gonna continue this culture of nepotism? Or do you really want to win? Because most coaches, if they have a winning season, make the playoff and win a playoff game, don't get and they're not going to get fired. But it is a precedence for this. It is a precedence for this. Last season, Tennessee, um, what's that coach name? Was it Mike Malarkey? I think whoever Tennessee coach was last year. I can't think of the gentleman right now. Tennessee made the wild card playoffs. They won a game. Coach got fired. So it is a precedence for firing a coach after a playoff victory. It happened last year in Tennessee. So wow, Jason Garrett numbers for this season suggest that he shouldn't get fired in Jerry's world. This is as far as he can take you. And I'm not advocating that no man or woman lose no job. But I'm just saying, if it's really about winning, if it's really about championships, you're not going to win one with your current head coach. Well, he took over in 2010, proceeded to have three consecutive 8-8 seasons. That last game of the season was for all the marbles, the division and the playoffs, and three times lost to I don't know the order. I'm thinking Giants, Redskins, then Eagles. And that last game with the Eagles, um, the quarterback was hurt, but still you had a quality backup. So three 8-8 seasons after he took over for Wade Phillips. Three 8-8. 14 was a breakout season. You got a wild card victory, but lost on the catch play, catch no catch play, and that play just gave you an opportunity to take the lead at that point in the game. Much as I'm a Cowboy fan and I want to feel that that was the game over, that wasn't the game over right there. That would have him being down right there. That would have gave you the opportunity to take the lead in that game at that point in the game. It was still some time. It was still time left. So after 14, 12-4, next season, injury riddle season, but still 4-12. Then come back with the Romo injury and introduction to Dak. 13-3. Lost the divisional round at home. Number one overall seed in the NFC. Lost. 9-7 next season. No playoffs. 10-6. Playoff victory out in the divisional round. So that's 7.5 seasons, 2 playoff victories, and never made it past the wild card round. Well, never made it past the divisional round. Now comparing to some coaches in the past and in the future and in the present, like Marvin Lewis, that's okay, but that's not good enough. That is the furthest that he'll be able to take this team. A wild card victory after an up and down season. A wild card victory. So what do you do? And I'm bringing that up because who is Jerry Jones? I read something that he said. Who is he trying to convince? He's your guy. He's your coach. You gonna keep him. So who is he trying to convince when he say, Garrett, if he wasn't the Cowboys coach, he'd get offers. 5 offers to be a coach. That's a lie. That's a lie because it's not even 5 teams left that's looking for coaches. Most teams got their coaches. I think there's only 2 out there that's looking for coaches. So why he feel the need to even say something like that? Who he's trying to convince? He trying to convince himself? It's up to him. Now this is what I thought, and I'm thinking that he's gonna do. But that nepotism stuff that's deep rooted. That the nepotism is deep rooted. If he wanted to keep his coach, because he got a playoff in the division and one playoff win, fine. But then he should have looked and see what type of moves he was gonna make with his staff. And when he say Garrett say Linehan is coming back, then the owner ought to be looking and be like, no, this ain't gonna work. You got to go now. That's what I was thinking that was gonna happen, and still have hope that that was gonna happen. That it's going to happen. Because if you say you gonna bring him back, and you don't, y'all one in the same. So Jerry should go on and clean house. Clean house. Elevate Chris Rashad, defense coordinator. Um, Marinelli didn't do nothing, but just just give him early retirement out the door. Fire the coach and fire the offensive coordinator and go from there. Since Garrett making that terrible decision, saying he's going to bring the coordinator for the 22nd ranked offense back. He's good. He's safe. He's my guy. At some point, Jerry, I'm telling you, JJ got to get out of this nepotism. All teams start the season 0-0 with the same chance to win. What are you doing to separate yourselves as the owner of America's team, the Dallas Cowboys? What are you doing to separate yourself from the the Browns and the Buccaneers and the 49ers? What are you doing to separate yourself? Separate yourself. At the end of the day, they not winning the trophy and you not either. So, but anyway, so let me. I have some more notes here. Oh, this should have been with the game notes. What you got Tavon Austin on your roster for? That man should have been back there for every punt return and every kick off return opportunity. I don't want number 27 back there returning kicks. I think he got two opportunities that the ball didn't go through the end zone and he ran the kick back. Every play you make, every opportunity you get, you got to seize it and take advantage of it. That's playoff football. That's playoff football. I cannot think about our number two or was it number three? Um, I can't think of my draft pick name, the cornerback, number 27. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, I don't want him back there returning kicks. You put Tavon Austin back there to flip the field. You didn't use him on offense. You're not using him on special teams. I mean, yeah, you're not using him in the offense. You're not getting him the ball. I mean, what you trying to do? You trying to reserve the man for a trade or something? The two, I think at least two times that ball didn't go in the end zone. He should have been back there catching that ball, returning that ball. It's crazy. That's playoff football. Garrett would never win a playoff game, a big playoff game. He would never go to a Super Bowl. And you sit there and invest all this time in him. Then when he out the door, you'll be crying again. You'll be crying again, like you was crying about Romo. I wish I could have got Romo. You'd be crying about Garrett when you had to put him out the door. What else? Before I sum this all up, we got Garrett had 5 offers for a head coach job. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good coach. He got the message. He keep the team. He's a 50-50 coach. All right. One half he's awesome at. the message. He get them to buy in. He's a motivator and mover of men, and that can't be discredited. That can't be discredited. He's a motivator and mover of men. He get them to buy in. You don't hear about all that crazy stuff like going on like went on in Pittsburgh this season. All right, so you got to give him credit where credit's due. So that first 50%, he's very good. But on this other end, when it's about X's and O's and schematics and real time in game adjustments, halftime adjustments, philosophy, no, you need that in the playoffs. He don't have that. That's not in his DNA. So this is what I'm hoping going forward. Before I end this, and I had a few views of few viewers this season. So if you come along and get this, I just want to say a thank you. Next season, God's willing, I'm gonna be clearer, bigger, and better. I mean, I'm a working man. I don't have a lot of time to put into this, but this is just something I wanted to try for a little while, and I mean, it's not bad. So I'm gonna try to elevate it and take my game to the next level. Have clear videos, a different format. But the viewers that did watch, I just say thank you for your time, for tuning in from time to time, checking me out this season on this um, season finale show. The last thing I just want to share, because I done talked about the team, what they did, what they didn't do. It's not trying to bring nobody down, but it's just criticism, constructive criticism. I just this should have been on the first page. I'm really upset about this. Tavon Austin should have been back there for every doggone kick. Will attempt to take one to the house or flip that field all the way around if that kicker made a mistake and left that thing short. Not no daggone number 27, but he's a good corner. I like him. I can't think of his name. So, and it all goes back to JJ. I'm gonna end like this. Your history and your culture of nepotism is not gonna get you what you so desperately want, and it's not gonna get you. See that Coliseum on Saturday? You see how the Cowboy fans travel? You see how them fans traveled and took over that stadium? Your culture and history of nepotism, sir, is not going to get the Cowboys where you want them to be and where the fans want them to be. If your coach, Jason Garrett, and the offensive coordinator come back for next season, that is definitely a step in the wrong direction. It's a step in the wrong direction. There is hope. and I'm just holding out hope because he's so caught up into the nepotism. He's not going to bring just anybody in there, especially not. But trust me, Lee, he's looking at this NFL and he like that Rams stuff. And he like that Kansas City Chiefs stuff. He like it. He love it. And he want it. So hopefully, if Garrett's not going to bring in nobody to call these plays, a real true genius offensive coordinator, JJ just gonna have to let them two go and either look at. I don't. This guy leave a bad taste in my mouth because what he did to the Colts, but the Colts end up being better, better off. But I think Jerry Jones may be looking at Eric B. Enemy because he's in that he got that he's in that tree. He's on that tree with Andy Reid and Doug Peterson and Bears coach Matt Nagy, and then you got Eric Bieniemy. Uh, he's in that tree. He got interviewed, didn't get no job. Give this man a head coaching job, Eric Bieniemy. Don't be so. I'm not talking to Jerry Jones. I'm just talking about the teams that interviewed. Y'all are so small-minded to not get his job to this man because he's about 5'7" or 5'8", and y'all probably looking like you want a 6 foot or more, 6 foot tall or more coach because he is a short guy, but he's a good offensive mind. I want Jerry Jones, if he decide to make a coaching change, either Eric Bieniemy is out there or this Patriots coordinator, Josh Josh Daniels. And I think that's what he's looking at. I think that's what he's gonna look at. I'm kind of feeling that he feel like Jason Garrett did enough to retain his job. But when Jason Garrett gonna turn around and say Scott Linehan coming back, I've got a feeling that Jerry Jones is thinking. He's thinking, and he's gonna either get with Garrett and say, "Why you make that decision? We ranked 22nd offense. He's not coming back." Or he just gonna say, "Okay, I'm going to part ways and get somebody in here." And it's precedent for firing Garrett, as I always said. And the biggest one is Mike McCarthy for Green Bay. One Super Bowl, several division championships, several playoff victories, NFC championship, NFC championship games, and he got fired. So Garrett can be fired. It's just that simple. So let me get off my soapbox here. I wish we was playing. I wish we was playing this weekend in the championship game, but we not. So, like I said, I already thank my few viewers that check me out this season. This is the series finale. I was wrong on the Saturday games last week, picking the Colts and the Cowboys, and I was right on the Sunday games, picking the Patriots and the Saints. Going forward, Drew Brees been good to the game. He's been good for football. Not saying that the other quarterbacks and the other teams haven't, but he's been good to the game. He's been good for football. He's going to hold about, well, he's going to hold every passing record in NFL history. And I think it would be fitting for him to um, um, win a Super Bowl, win another Super Bowl to finish his career. You don't know when he's going to retire, but to have at least have two on his belt. This before, I don't want historians thinking that Ben Roethlisberger or Eli Manning is better quarterbacks than Drew Brees because they got two Super Bowls. So if he can't get no more than two, that's fine. At least he had two. So I'm I, I'm going. I'll go with the Saints. So I can say the Cowboys beat the Super Bowl champions, just like I did back in 2010. We beat the Super Bowl champions during the season, and they during the season we beat the eventual Super Bowl champions during the season. So I would like to see the Saints win, but it can go either way. It can go either way. And then who they gonna play against? The Chiefs. The Patriots. I think the Patriots gonna beat the Chiefs. Chiefs, when they had the lead last week and trying to run out the game, even though they got a running back that was doing good, when they had the lead and should have been trying to, um, run the game out, not passing on first down and stuff, and not taking snaps early in the shot in the I was about to say the shot clock, taking snaps early in the game clock, snapping the ball when they should have been trying to run it. That let me know that Kareem Hunt, um they missed him. They missed that element. Even though the other running back is doing good, he's not Kareem Hunt. So they had to part ways with him because of his behavior. I understand that, but if he was playing with that home field advantage, I feel like they will make it to the Super Bowl. I just think that the Patriots got a shot to beat them. But of course, if their defense show up and show out like they did against the Colts, then they can pull off. They can pull it off. But and the same with the Rams. If their defense show up and stop the run like they did, no, the Rams don't have a shot. Drew Brees gonna show you how to deal with a undisciplined, unfocused cornerback, and he's gonna take advantage and abuse these cornerbacks. He's gonna abuse them. Maybe if the Cowboys' philosophy was to pass that ball to sit up the run and try to have about 400 or 500 yards passing, they would have won. But anyway, I'm just all off focus, all off message. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll be back next season. Bigger and better.